because I think that's probably one of the next steps for me on my journey of becoming a better communicator is using facial expressions more. In fact, I think I had someone say to me the other day, they're like, you should be more, expressive and animated with your face. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh, now I'll just...
Yeah, it's interesting. And again, this comes back to the authenticity piece. So in some ways, yes, in some ways, you're still you and you...
Yeah.
But I think it's being, the key here is being aware that 100% of the time, whether we like it or not, we are giving off signals. Those signals are in what we wear, how we speak, how we hold ourselves, how we make others feel, the extent that we make eye contact, the extent that we smile, how we use it. So all the time we're giving off signals. And as long as you're aware that that's the case and that those signals may have a certain effect, then it's up to you to decide what you do with that. Now, the slightly scary thing is so those signals lead to other people creating or making perceptions, building a perception of you. The slightly scary thing is whether those perceptions are accurate or not is actually irrelevant in the business world. That if they think, so for example, if I just met you, Ben, and I was interacting with you as an agent to go on the piece of feedback that you'd received previously, and I thought, oh, Ben's quite deadpan, he must be not that interested in working with me.
Yeah, right.
Now, whether that's true or not, like you probably are interested in working with me. It's just the way you hold your face.
Yeah.
But that's actually irrelevant that that you're not that way, but because that's the perception
because that's what
I've got.
Communicating to you. Yeah.
And so that will lead me to behave or respond in a certain way.
Which I might not want.
Correct. So I think that's just an important thing.
And you can't blame someone else for that.
And you can't blame someone else for that. No, not necessarily.
Because if they expect something, like I'm just thinking in real estate, if you're, and this may not be the case across the board, but if you're, I don't know, selling a mansion or something, maybe there's this more of this expectation, or maybe say you're at an auction. I think that's probably a better example. If you're at an auction, some would argue that you need to know who the real estate agent is, right? Because they're the person representing the property, they're walking around talking to people, helping them with their bidding strategies, things like that. And if they don't stand out from everybody else, who's going to know who the real estate agent is? Especially when they have lots of auctions in one room. But on the flip side, there's this challenge in the industry to become more relatable. So it's like the setting and when you're doing this sort of stuff. And I think everyone has a different opinion. Do I wear a tie?
Yeah.
Do I wear a suit? Can I get away with a t-shirt? Is a t-shirt professional? I'm wearing one now. Maybe I should be wearing a suit. Be interesting to see what people think.